two little ragtag volunteers doing the thing. So it is fun. And every Tuesday we just get together and talk about the cult of white supremacy. And knit and crochet, because, we're both awesome. And if you want to be on our podcast, it is admin@uncultureyourself.com. Sorry, not white woman in my podcast, my other podcast. That one's not a guest podcast, but I have a podcast called Cults and the Culting of America. And that one is a guest podcast. And the conceit of the show is basically that we talk about your thing according to my thing, which is cults. And so you can come tell us your cult story, or you can come talk about your area of expertise. Like people compare all these things to what I talk about: nursing, teaching, being adopted, family court system. Those are all, we've done teaching episode. I don't think we've done the other ones. I don't think we've done a nursing episode. These are all things I talk about in Culting of America, though. Okay, so anyways, Mr. Knitting Cult Lady is going up to New Jersey to buy the Knitting Cult RV.
I just texted it to you. So
Wait, come say hi. You have to pay the tax.
Hang on, let me say hi. Here we go. Hello. This is as true today as it's ever been. Anyway, yeah, I could go to New Jersey.
Republican dog's upset. He's like, you will not put aside of the Knitting Cult band that I'm a Republican.
And also, what kind of RV
I will.
Just says yes.
On you to all
I need help. Like,
too much white male privilege.
They just
They're
said
just
yes.
giving me the RV.
I say, if they just said yes to my offer, it is the end of the month and they're desperate to get rid of it. Are they that desperate to get rid of it?
I guess this is why an ex-helicopter mechanic is going to look at it.
Well, yeah, I've got to go find. I've got my checklist ready to go. Do you ever talk about the ones that get out and cool? We can't. Oh, your headphones in. Hate when that happens. Anyway, we'll just go with the shirt. Bye.
Oh, that's too bad. You missed some good stuff. He was saying he's going with his checklist to go take the RV apart.
Love you. I'll try to be home tonight,
Do not
okay?
sell something to my husband. He is a pain in the butt.
No, stop and buy something.
He will check every part of it. He once bought me a Volvo in absentia of him and me, and still checked every part of it somehow. So, anyway, so we are getting the Knitting Cult RV, and we are going to plaster it with my, Knitting Cult picture and the Republican dog, and the Culting of America cover, which you all will not be able to see until August 5th. But the Canadians are going to get a sneak peek because we're going to go to Canada. It's going to be so fun. Oh, I'll help you out. He wanted to marry me because I bought him an airplane, and I'm pretty hot. And I cook amazing Brazilian and Indian food. These haters are so boring. Okay, so you'll just have to follow for the info. It'll be a little bit,
Mom,
but
you know how you say unalive instead of
yeah.
oof?
Oof.
Yeah. Like oof.
Everybody would have got that. I wasn't the S1, I was the S2. The S2 is the intelligence officer. Yay! Okay, so July 27th is when we're gonna go hit the road. So the information will be there before then, but basically we're gonna drive from DC to Toronto. We're gonna have an event in Toronto, and then we're gonna drive across Canada to Vancouver, pretty much having events along the way. I'm definitely not concerned that they're not gonna let me back into the US. Just let them try. Mr. Knitting Cult Lady Bride, just let them try to keep 27 years of US Army experience, American-born Americans out of the country who are very white and give blonde, even though we're not actually blonde. Like, just try. Oh, I would sell so many books. Like, I would be stuck in Canada selling hundreds of thousands of books. And probably being like a great case for something. Because also, he wants to go after birthright citizenship very hard. I could become stateless because I was not born in the United States. But I was not born in a state that gives you, in a place that gives you citizenship. I was born in the Philippines, which I would really like to go to someday. Again, of course. And I just got, okay, so Culting of America phase is going to be like patriotic drag, okay? So I hope you all are ready, and I hope all these haters that love to call me trans just get ready to enjoy, okay? I already got a couple of great red, white, and blue outfits with like corsets, and anyways, I just got some fingerless gloves in all the colors. Yeah, I'm not upset about being like stuck in Vancouver. I guess we just live in Vancouver now. Seriously, I'd sell so many books. Like, what? What are you gonna do? Pentagon, you're gonna come get mad at me? I'd sell so many books. Fleetwood Mac, you're gonna come sue me? I'd sell so many books. Little girl got me a psyop on the internet, and I was making like $600 a day. Stop. Don't worry, I needed it to go to New York. Take it in the happy hour. At some point in the night, I was definitely also just passing around the bag of necklaces that I usually sell for $50. And I was like, pick one. Huh? Yes, it's a little keyboard. You can play with it if you want.
Do you know where my tablet is?
I do not. I have not been here in days.
Are you using your phone?
Yes. I'm using all my stuff.
When are you gonna enter live?
Not right now. I'm just sitting here doing all my jewelry homework. Catching up. Everybody in our house. Oh my god. So we walked probably 30,000 steps in 3 days. So my brother Jack and I are quite exhausted, and Nicole baby had gymnastics camp all week, and then a very late sleep under. So we are just all planning to do nothing but lounge on couches today. No, I already told them about you. Mr. Nicole lady is driving to Jersey to buy us a van.
Hey, at least I get to use my coveralls again. Mechanic rolling around on the ground underneath an RV.
Oh, these people don't know what they've signed up for. Oh yeah, I'm going to take my hair down and see if it looks good. Let's see what happens. No. I have to steam out that kink.
Let me see first, we're going to need to do something about all the debris in his fur. Oh yeah, a hand vacuum that'll work.
And I have a ring. Your worst fear. I'm a blue-haired, basket-weaving, liberal arts holding woman with military experience and a master's degree from Harvard. And I'm betting you don't have one of these. It's called the German Armed Forces Proficiency Badge. What I want to do now is clutch your man pearls and for a little bit.
I'm trying to be home in time for you to clutch mine. Anyway, they can't hear me, right? I've got my glasses, my clipboard, my checklist, my iPad, my coveralls, some tools that I need. Am I forgetting anything? Smartphones, credit cards.
Mr. Knitting Out Lady's running through his checklist of stuff he needs to bring to go buy the RV.
Oh, flashlight. Look at that. I need to get a flashlight.
Flashlight. Got a flashlight. People can't hear. Yeah, so anyway, so if you live like along the route from Toronto to Vancouver, you might see us go by. We might stop in your town for a event. And then we're gonna spend like a week in Seattle. I'm gonna do a Seattle happy hour and a Tacoma happy hour. So put in your podcast. It's probably like thing a white lady shouldn't think. Okay. Okay, so then we're gonna go to Portland, and then we're gonna go to Eugene, I think. I'm not sure which order that's in. And then I'm gonna go to We are going to go to San Francisco. I'm definitely going to go to Napa, but I'm going to make that event private. Oh my gosh, we had so much fun in New York City. I am crocheting earrings. We're gonna hang on things and then put tassels on them.
Okay. Love you. Just go with what I know.
I accidentally
Love
sold these earrings twice, so I have to remake them. It's hard because all of y'all want the stuff available on different sites, which makes sense because not everyone's on TikTok. That doesn't make sense, but for some reason you all insist. And orange. I need one more orange. Yes. All right. Oh my God, y'all, the bead shop I found. The peacock earrings we're about to make. Oh, and then I just realized the peacock and metal necklace that I have that y'all love, I can hang peacock, I could hang tassels on that one too. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Is Gavin Newsom actually running? Did he announce? Nose piercing was so overdue. I'm so excited that I did it. It was not very fun, but fortunately the music that accidentally posted covered up my whimpers. So I really do kind of just look like I sat there and took it. It was good. It was good. I'm very happy with it. Right now I'm making, depending on the reason SCOTUS ruling, I mean, they're trying to go after our fucking freedoms. And this one, at least, it's just about injunctions. It's not about law. So, like, that calmed me down when I saw that. So I was like, uh-oh, I don't like it. I shouldn't say calm down, because then y'all start thinking I was panicking, and I don't do that. Thanks, I am pretty happy. I'm actually, like, kind of dreading, we're gonna have such a fun summer, and then in fall I have to write Un-American, which is just like, sorry, I have to flame myself open to write a second memoir, deconstructing whiteness and power and privilege, and talking about my ex-husband, a convicted white supremacist, and all of that. So, but it's just going to be hard to like go back there, you know? Like I never related to anything so hard as Taylor Swift being like, I can't re-record Reputation. Like I can't put myself back in that mindset. And I'm like, oh, that's why I'm so reticent. But it's got to be done. Somebody's got to do it. And I guess that somebody is me. I also have started recording. Cameron, you sent me an email. Okay. Do you know what it was? Because I picked up some stuff last week and I got like a little dish, like a little ceramic dish. That says glimmers on it, which if you don't know, y'all, glimmer is the opposite of trigger. It's like a thing that just sparks joy. And I think yarn is glimmery. My Yaffy does not want to stay like bragging today.
This is why people feel comfortable donating their stars to us. They know that every single star that they donate is just getting invested back into the clinic.
Okay.
Next patient.
Put them upside down. Trip the bros out so hard. So I'm betting this nose piercing makes me $1,000 in the first month. It's like the haters. Honey, I went to New York and spent so much money and still had more money in my bank account when I came home when I left. Because the knitting cult industry is pretty awesome. It's definitely fading, but I like the colors the blue is fading into, and it's like so good for getting the bros. All right, unions. I don't know. And I think maybe not, because the whole point of a union is against the exploitation of labor, right? I think there's some things, and I think the difference of people being like cult and organization is like, what did it actually start off for, you know? I don't think Alcoholics Anonymous was started to get people sober. I think it was started to manipulate people. I do think unions were started to protect against the exploitation of labor and human beings. That doesn't mean organizations can't hurt individuals, right? I think they always can. Just because organizations and groups are stronger than individuals, but yeah, Alcoholics Anonymous, bad cult. It was just like, it was just an evangelical cult started by a dude in the 1930s who wanted to build a thing and lied about how he got sober and just wanted to manipulate people. And it's still not about getting people sober, because if it was, they would be happy for people however they got sober, right? But it's not. It's about having them in your organization. And it's about labor. It took me a year to find out what AA was doing to exploit labor, but they basically just of long-term members, either for free or very cheap. And of course, there's all sorts of sexual predation that goes on in the rooms. They have a name for it, 13th stepping. That's when you know it's bad. And your organization has a name for it. Looking right at you, United States military. Yeah, and we don't talk about it. And part of the problem with them is they're so dominant in the recovery industry. They have an extremely powerful lobby. And so people just don't even know that there are other options, you know? So it's like, and then people, you know, with me, they'll be like, so what are your thoughts on addiction? Or like, what's your solution? And I write about this in Culting Up America. I'm like, why are you asking me, a toxic group scholar, what the right answer is, right? I don't know. I don't study good group, and I'm not an addiction specialist. I study cults. I know what's not good for your addict is to send them to a cult. I know that. I know what no addicts need is victim blaming, additional trauma, and junk science. It is an eagle pin. It's called a GAFB, and it's the German Armed Forces Proficiency Badge. And you basically do a lot of really hard physical stuff for it, and then they give you this. One of the things is an 18-mile ruck march carrying 50 pounds, which was maybe half of my body weight at the time. But most of the Gravy SEALs aren't military enough to recognize it. And the ones that do will not talk trash to me pretty much. All right, and then we're gonna put a bead on it. I don't remember, I think it was like a teal bead. I think that would look good. Yeah, it was basically like a little mini Olympic thing we had to do. Like there was a high jumping, there was swimming. This was when they told the men not one word about what they could wear for the swimming competition. And they told the women that we had to be in black one pieces with these plasticky physical fitness shorts over them. Because, you know, we don't care if we totally... Stop. Like, social consequences, y'all. It's fine. I promise you, if someone shows up to a Swim for Speed event in a tiny bikini, like, they'll learn. It's just so silly. Do I like how the military makes us stand off? Do I like it? I know a lot about why they do it and how it controls us. Also, my daughter knows how to march to sound off, 1, 2, sound off, 3, 4. We do it often when we leave school. I march her and her friends, and we sing like, here we go again, same old stuff again, same old stuff again, marching down the avenue, marching down the avenue, boys are dumb and smell like glue, boys are dumb and smell like glue. And then, we make up little words, and they like it. Just generally. Okay, now I gotta make sure they're in the same order. So we'll be. I have no thoughts on Israel that I'm going to share with you. Not the kind of former intelligence officer that is going to talk to you much about the Middle East. Day's so good. I'm just so tired. Made a big jaunt around New York. Very nice to come back to a weekend. So I can recover a little bit, although I'm still supposed to record my cult situation report today. So I'll do that after we make a jewelry. And like, technically I'm packaging all stuff because it's already sold, so it's like work, but it's like, this is what I do on Saturday mornings. I sit here and make jewelry and talk to the internet, and it's fun. So, anyway. We went to this amazing bead shop in the garment district, and it was just like everything I ever wanted. Very cool things. Maybe I'll make some of those in a little bit. So I went to take youngest knitting cult sibling, who is a 16-year-old trans man, to New York for Pride. And I made a bunch of like love bomb collars and exit cuffs in rainbow. So he got to have some spending money, thanks to you who bought stuff, and I hope you like your stuff. I hope you wear it forever. But anyways, these days, basically whenever I travel, I just throw a knitting cult happy hour, and then, I can write everything off on my taxes. Because I'm clever. The sound of beads hitting the floor. And so we have Anyway, posted a bunch more colors this morning. If anyone wants to look at them. So, anyway, as I keep not finishing the story of Mr. Knitting Cult Lady is going to go buy the Knitting Cult RV right now. It's happening. We're going to drive to Canada, then across Canada, then down the Pacific coast. Maybe you'll... And if you do, you'll get a sneak peek. Is it going to be big enough? Change this out. This brooch is a German army badge called the German Armed Forces Proficiency Badge. And it's like an exchangey thing that our military does with their military. But basically it means once upon a time I did some really hard physical shit and impressed the Germans, and they gave me a badge. I swear this one is bigger. Yes, it is. That works. I thought it would go well with this jacket, so I put it on. That's fine. And as I said, we're getting ready to launch Culting of America era, August 5th. We're gonna have some very fun outfits. It's very fun thrifting in the NYC. I think so many Latinos voted for Trump. There's a couple things. One, racism. There's a lot of white Latinos, especially in Florida. And two, because marginalized groups can be pulled into us versus them mentality, just like anyone. I gotta steam it a little bit to put that tassel down. But that is it. I gave it some sort of culty name, but I don't remember. I think it's like cults are all about appearance control or something.
So save bubble in the angry way. Go.
What's happening with my phone? Okay, I just can't use the touchscreen right now.
Under the bed and did this.
Love you, 30 years. Oh, I got so much stuff that I love. I got this jacket from this brand called Desigual, a Portuguese brand, and it is just like going to be my jacket forever. It's the most Daniela thing ever. I got like a dress that's like Taylor Swift's 15 dress from the era, her Fearless dress, but it's purple. I'm making a dancing video in that soon because I'm a man, so now people want to see that. Yes, even in Mexico. I mean, there's so much colorism in South America. For sure. Something that most of the world is going to have to actively work to deprogram is the white supremacy. You know, I, in my 20s, was told by a Dominican man that his mother would love me because I was mejorando la raza. Yeah, so I got purple, and plus the purple even with this coat is gonna be really cool. Oh my god. I got these earrings that are like a like vintage, like a little planet and then a star hanging from it. And like they match this jacket perfectly. So that's gonna be like, because we're doing an art print that says cults always promise space. That's gonna be the space travel logo. I'm gonna have those earrings. So that's what, so Culting of America era is basically gonna be like patriotic drag plus space travel. Okay, it's gonna be excellent. Yeah, see, the thing about purple supremacy is there are no purple people. And when you say that, we know you're a racist. Better. I know my video's choppy. It's just the weekend. The kids home next week too, so this is just my cross to bear. Okay, so the tassels are done. Oh, but I did want to look through the other tassels, see if I can do the peacock thing that I want to do. Oh yeah, steaming the earrings. anything you like fiber art together, just like steam it. It helps the stitches stretch out and or settle to where they need to be. And of course for me it's like, it cleans it too. So you know I'm sending you something that's like nice and professional. I mean, I just think that the Latino women, like they're, you know, it's still part of being in this line, like upholding whiteness and not wanting to fall further down. And again, I think people tend to forget that Latina people, Latino people come in white and black just like Americans do. So, you know, you usually have white Hispanic and non-white Hispanic on these ethnicity forms. And like we have a lot of white Hispanics in the United States. So, you know, just like other racial groups that were able to pass, they're beginning to blend, right? Trying to blend, trying to play the game. Also, not for nothing, and like, y'all, I love Latin culture, okay? I grew up in Brazil and Mexico and Peru, and also Latin cultures tend to be a little bit more authoritarian and go for authoritarianism a little bit more, right? Like they brown and gray in Chile. So they did very well across the board other than Brazil with COVID, because when the military says marches down the streets of Argentina, where I was when it was happening, and says stay in your house, they stay in their homes. Argentina, another country full of white Hispanics, right? So just remembering that it's not like, you know, the group is not a monolith either. Yeah, so these are my, well, I call them, when they're circles, I call them circular logic earrings, and when they're tassels, I call them fringe belief earrings. So I guess these are like circular fringe belief earrings. Yeah, a woman from Iraq explained to me why they prefer authoritarian leaders. And just like in the United States, like if you were raised with an authoritarian parent, as many of us were, and you haven't like unpacked that, like you are going to be more prone to fall for fascism. That's just a fact. Oh, I haven't any of this unpacked. And so I don't know if I'm going to find the things that I need to package the jewelry. I was supposed to do that and get it out before noon. I don't think I'm done. All shucks. All shucks, folks. All right. Okay. So we did those. But you know what? I do need to figure out where all necklaces. I just realized there's all these little holes at the bottom that I can definitely attach tassels to. It's about to get better. If I have the right colors. If not, I have to wait for the next tassel to come in the mail. I probably don't, because it tells a lot. So, we're going to make it very fun. Very, very fun. Excelente, senor. All right, so speaking of which, I will also be launching Culting of America in Spanish. It's not going to be on the exact same date as the other one, but it happened. I was not stationed in Germany. I studied abroad in Germany in college, and I was in Baden-Württemberg, very southernmost state, and I was in a city called Friedrichshafen. Oh, I was in the Air Force, honey. I was a soldier. Shh. Shh. Wrote a best-selling book about it. Shh. People just show up and announce they don't know where they are. It's like, how embarrassing for you. Okay, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And I went to Stuttgart. I'm vocal on all the things that I didn't learn under secret clearances, and I'm not vocal about the Middle East. That's why you haven't heard me talk about things. And also just because y'all are very demanding about it, so I probably would have chosen not to talk about it anyway. Not a public asset. You don't get to just download content of a certain kind that you want. I'm here writing a book about American cults. That's why you don't hear me talking about Mossad. In fact, I'm willing to bet that no former intelligence officers are going to talk to you about Mossad. Yeah, when you come at me with like, you're so vocal about X, why don't you talk about, because I don't want. Yeah. One of the things we should understand. Content creators are doing their best. No one can keep up with you. Former CIA officer who constantly has gotten those things cleared. There's a process. You will hear me talk about certain things in Afghanistan that I have cleared with the Pentagon. You also heard me talk about things in Iran once other people had talked about it on the internet, because then it is out in the public domain, not from me. The live is choppy because there's a television on, y'all. Nothing I can do about it. Excuse me, senor. The Republican dog has an opinion. He says, "Hey, why aren't we talking to me? Do you want to see the people?" Oh, he was so crazy when I got home yesterday. Come here. No, you just want me to mix tuna into your food? That's what you want? Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. No. Okay. We are back. No, it's not the government. It's just the television. I mean, it's government, but I doubt it. Amanda Montel. I have a pretty serious critique of her book. And I don't know that she shall prove willing to do so. But we'll see. Which critique is, by the way, she chose to platform some scholars that say that brainwashing is not real, which is a thing that comes out of the cult wars and has been almost entirely debunked and hasn't really taken responsibility for it. But also reading stuff by cult people who are not cult survivors, like Dr. Margaret Singer and Amanda Montel, has also sort of helped me talk about, like, there's just a little lack of sympathy with those people. And I think it sometimes leads them to mistakes, like platforming the thing that brainwashing doesn't exist, or like saying in 1995 that the Marine Corps can't be a cult because cults don't teach you anything useful and the Marines teach you useful skills. Like, stop. Nobody who had ever been in a cult would say that. So there you have it. Ha 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 ha. Might be too long. I'm a little confused. You know, in conservative Christian cultures, you can't wear things that have arrows of any sort because they say it's pointing your lines down to a vagina. And my stepfather, during like 40 years in Mexico, used to get mad at us for standing like this because he would say we were pointing towards our feet. Right? So good. All right. It doesn't go with this outfit, so. Thank you. I'm glad that Uncultured helped you in a way. That's so nice to know. Yeah. My look is very Madonna in the 80s, I suppose, since I missed all that. This is my mini era. Try and come from my job. Oh, now I should make some earrings that match with that necklace, shouldn't I? No more coffee. So, I was walking around New York. Turns out I'm a little bit famous, which is good because it's letting me work out my processes. I ask people if they want to take a photo, and I offer them a scrunchie. Not in Squid Game. I did not really watch negative things in my time off. Kind of makes things a whole bummer. I wrote a song of the musical, and it's very catchy. And I wrote it because my guitar string broke, so I wrote a song that didn't need to sound good. What do we think? It's like a different color metal, but I feel like if I hang the same colors on it, it'll look good. Oh, I don't have 12 cats. I only have 2, and both of these pussies have more combat time than you do, sir. Clutch your man pearls and cry. Look, I have a nose ring too. Y'all are gonna make me so much money. Oof. Y'all, 10,000. I think the haters have made $10,000 just telling me how stupid I am for my blue hair. Just the hair. Never gonna stop. All I have to do is have blue hair and y'all just throw money at me? Amazing. Yes, please. Okay, I guess I'm gonna put like a double blue in there. I have one more. Yeah, see? Blue hair. Thank you. Your comments get me paid. Ha 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 ha. Silly. This is why men shouldn't be in charge of things. Imagine how much they're going to hate my red, white, and blue hair in the Culting of America era. The hair pays for itself. Hey B, can you open the door for him to go outside?
Huh?
Can you open the out there for him to go outside?